What are you watching?
Argus Hamilton's Comedy Store tonight, and we've got a terrific second guest for you tonight. You recognize him from Last Comic Standing and America's Got Talent. And let's see, you got your own special coming up on Amazon Prime. It's called Please Like Me, and you already do. Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor Williamson. Wow. Good to see you, Taylor.
Nice to see you, man.
Well, listen, before we get into, I'm curious about something. You're used to being on stage with comics every night, okay? Either here at the Comedy Store or in comedy clubs or in Last Comic Standing. But you were on America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
Okay? And you were having to deal with singers and cute children and little juggling people.
Yeah, a lot of tiny people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was bizarre and weird and terrifying and wonderful, and it's not ideal. It's like a hell gig on television. I mean, honestly, like, you don't go on that show because you're like, things are going great. I'm gonna go to audition for America's Got Talent. You go on because you're like
Desperate.
Can you curse on this show?
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck? My career is really bad. So it's a mixture of people like me who I did stand-up for 10 years and things were really bad, and then people who are not professionals who are just like plucked from they've only performed in their basement, and they're like, oh, this is my first time performing and look how good I am, So it's an interesting dynamic. But so yeah, I was very desperate. I was scared to go on the show because you're performing in a TV audience. I've been sitting there for 5 hours, literally there for 5 hours.
Yeah.
And
are they close to the stage? Is it?
It's a theater. It was at the Pantages Theater.
Oh, okay.
And so it's a beautiful, elegant, gorgeous theater.
But they're worn out from all the singers and the.
Yeah, and there's like a half-hour break between performers. And
which gives them time to get up and leave.
Yeah, they don't want you to leave. Yeah. Like, I always wonder how they do that because like you're held hostage, but there's no gun at you. But it's kind of like a comedy club, I guess. Like you're not supposed to leave. I don't know, but. You can.
But were they an easy crowd, a good crowd?
I mean, I'm amazing.
Yeah.
But it was scary because then also like the judges were Howie Mandel,
Yeah.
and then Howard Stern and Mel B, Scary Spice, and Heidi Klum. Scary Spice and Mel B are the same person. So
yeah.
I don't know. I said two names, I don't know. And then and so I was like, I also couldn't deal with if Howie Mandel and Howard Stern were like you suck.
Yeah.
That would have destroyed me at that point,
Yeah.
And now I can deal with it because I know that I suck, But it was very scary, but it went well, and I have a career because of that show, so I'm grateful.
You got tremendous work or agency representation, or what'd you get out of it?
I got passed at the Comedy Store.
Which is the toughest thing in the world to do.
Thank you very much.
What year was this, by the way?
2013.
Yeah.
I was 10 years. I was hanging out here.
Yeah.
They let me. I started when I was. You want to hear my comedy?
Yeah, you started. You were one of the youngest guys in stand-up.
Yeah. I had a lot of potential back then, I don't know where that went, I used to be like, I started when I was 17. When did you start? What age did you start?
Well, I started in school at the University of Oklahoma about the same time.
Yeah. So like, did you probably get compliments like this? Like, wow, oh my God, I've never seen someone so funny at your age. Like you were special, And then now I'm like 33. People are like, yeah, you're supposed to be funny. Yeah. I literally have like low key withdrawals from like, oh my God, you're like a prodigy. Oh my God, because I was like 18 doing like a pizza restaurant. People are like, they've never seen an 18-year-old this funny inside a pizza restaurant. The bar was very low, And then so I started when I was 17. I took Sandy Seashore's comedy workshop.
Right.
And,
the late Sandy Shore, Mitzi's daughter. We love her.
Yeah, of course. And
passed away last October.
It's very sad, and I'm very grateful that she gave me my first platform to perform on. I grew up in San Diego from Del Mar. Yeah. And
did she get you on stage at the La Jolla store?
Yeah. So I was looking for stage time to do comedy. I don't know how anything works, and I found her email, and I was like, "Can I perform at your comedy club if I take your class?" And she was like, "Yeah." Yes, you can pay me money. She didn't go, "You don't have to."
That's mommy's little girl, trust me.
So I took the class, and it's I don't encourage people to take comedy workshops, but I got comfortable on stage, and
she had a booklet out too about it.
Yeah, she published a book, and at her memorial they had some books.
Yeah.
I grabbed a couple, and I didn't pay for the books, so we're even. I gave her, we're even for the $2,000 I gave her when I was 17. And then, so then I moved to LA, and like I thought I was a genius. I was like, oh my God, the owner of the Comedy Store's daughter is a fan of mine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move to LA and be super famous instantly. This is great. I'm a genius, and
This is about 16 years ago.
I'm sorry.
This is about 16 years ago.
Yeah, this is 2003.
Yeah.
2004, excuse me. I moved to LA a year later, 2004.
Yeah.
I went to Cal State Northridge, and I got in through nepotism. Everybody, yeah. I was really worried I was gonna get caught up in this whole scandal, you know. With all
You get into Cal State Northridge?
with nepotism. So that's what a bad student I was. That I needed that favor. And then, so then I remember I emailed.
I had the same problem. It was who you know when I had to get into the Betty Ford Center.
Oh, yeah. Any connections to get in there?
Yeah.
With Tito,
Yeah.
the vodka guy, it was a better reference I could have made. I'm not a big drinker. What's a famous drinker? Alcohol, the name of a person. Yeah. You need a connection to Jose Cuervo. That would be better.
Well, I've been to rehab so many times. They named a sandwich after me in the cafeteria.
I wouldn't believe that, actually. So anyways, I hit up Duncan, who was Duncan Trussell, a great comedian who was the talent coordinator here. And I emailed him, and I let him know I took Sandy Seashore's class 3 times. Yeah. And you should book me. And I was more polite than that, you know. I was like, please book me, but you know, I was expecting. And then he was like, yeah, buddy, you know, it's like that. And I was like, but I was bewildered, like I couldn't understand. But Tommy respected my moxie. No. And then I can say I had moxie. That's arrogant and also outdated by 70 years. And then I had a lot of chutzpah, you know. And then
I learned that one early on.
Oh yeah. So then I was under 21, but he's like, just don't talk about your age, and I'll let you do spots here. And then he put me on the bringer shows or whatever, but I didn't have to bring people, but I just have to like go up last and like see people and stuff and do that whole thing. So
you'd go up last on bringer shows?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Like up in the belly room. Yeah, it was. When you're like a kid, you think it's cool, you know.
Yeah, right.
You don't realize this is bad. Wait, I'm not getting paid and I'm seating people and going last. This is not how business works. But, so anyways, I don't know how to make the story short, but then Tommy told me like, people are talking about you, you know, like we're gonna get you in, and for 10 years of that, you know.
For 10 years.
And then like just weird things like I did La Jolla, and then someone's like, yeah, I heard you did really bad. Someone's like, I heard you did really bad down there. I'm like, no, I did well. I went fine.
It's not possible to do badly in La Jolla.
Oh, I bombed in La Jolla.
Really?
That weekend, actually. But anyways, a lot of stuff like that. But then I got on TV, and then had a good set, then he passed me. But then I got passed, and I was like on TV, and I was selling out and touring everywhere. I was like, I don't want to do a fucking 15-minute spot. I was like on the road like nonstop like a crazy man, and like I remember I did the whole America's Got Talent tour. We did Radio City Music Hall. I'm on the biggest stage in the world. We go on tour for 2 months. I did the MGM Grand Garden Arena. We did the Greek Theater. Then I had a night off. I've been gone for 4 months on tour. And then
now who you're touring with?
I was like the variety act from America's Got Talent, all the people. And then like I did, and I've been like, I think I'm famous. Like I've only performed for America's Got Talent fans, thousands of them, like 5,000 at a time.
How many minutes would they let you do?
On the tour, I did like 20. I hosted the show. Yeah. And I was just like, not in an arrogant way, but was like, I think I'm famous. I don't know. I've been in New York City. I was 10 minutes from Radio City Music Hall at all times because they need me around there. So there's 5,000 people going in and out all the time, and I'm like, they recognize you because all the tours are going there and the people going to the shows. And then I did my first spot in 4 months that's not an America's Got Talent show was here at the Comedy Store. I was sandwiched between Bobby Lee and Bill Burr, and I was it was my first paid regular spot, and I was just like, watch this, motherfuckers, and I was just like, I walk on stage, hey everybody, and then the crowd just like, yeah. I'm like, what? And then I go to my America's Got Talent jokes, like, hey, I lost to a Japanese guy. I hate Japanese people. They're like, what are you talking about? And I was like, wait, not everyone on earth watches this stupid show?
Nobody watches network TV west of La Brea.
Yeah, exactly, for real. So that was very humbling, and then, so that's what I like about this stage is that it's not forgiving. I hate it, but it's like it's good, you know.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not a healthy person.
Makes a man out of you.
Yeah, for real, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a long story. I regret telling most of it. I'm like sweating from like, and then this happened. And I was like, where do I go with this?
But you said something that interested me. You said something about Japan.
Yeah.
Okay, now, well, you went there, didn't you?
Who told you? How did Emily? I was like, I watched your Emily's interview with Justin. I was like, did she interview him? And I was like, I'm jealous. I'm like, I didn't do a pre-interview.
You've been telling it. I know. Some people follow your career. I'm one of them.
I guess we've never talked in real life. I guess, okay?
I'm still a fan.
No, likewise, brother. No, this is really special. You bring me on stage, and it's always special. But we've never really.
But I've gone home right after my set ever since about 1991. I really have.
Yeah. So you
part of my sobriety is to get the hell out of here.
Oh, for real?
yeah.
I've been to Japan.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
I studied Japanese as a child.
Really?
Yeah. That's a big mistake.
Why?
Waste of time. My friend in kindergarten was this Japanese kid.
Yeah.
He spoke no English, so looking back, he probably wasn't my friend. He was just some Japanese kid.
Yeah.
And we just watched like Ultraman together and ate candy, and I don't know. I brushed my teeth afterwards. He didn't. And then a ton of racial joke. That's just. I'm not saying all Japanese people have. I'm just saying he didn't brush his teeth. And then. Am I the worst?
No. You can tell a Japanese joke. This is freedom of speech here.
Oh, you want my jokes?
No. You can anything you want to say. You can say.
Can we start over? Japanese people are weird. All right. And then I studied Japanese, and then you want my bit, or you want me to just be a tell?
Yeah, do the bit.
That's what I was confused by.
Yeah,
he was so casual about it. He was just like, I was like, oh, that's a good story. I was like, he's like, I seen The Lion King this week, and I was like, there's no way that was a bit. He that just happened. But then I was like, maybe that story was a while ago, but he opened with Lion King. Japan. My point is,
dissecting the inner workings of show business.
Japan. If you've never been, you gotta go. Delicious food. A lot of Japanese people over there. But besides that, gotta catch them all. They're the kindest, most polite people I've ever met in my life. Like, do you remember when you're little and you drew a drawing? Yeah. And your mom would be like, oh my God, you're amazing. You're like Picasso. Wow, you know? That's how Japanese people treated me anytime I spoke Japanese. I learned how to say, where's the bathroom? So I said, sumimasen, tole otoko desu ka? Then they'll be like, wow, your Japanese so good. You're from Japan. Oh, yeah. And I'd be like, oh my God, I never felt so good. They made me feel like my parents never got divorced. It was amazing, you know? I fucked up this interview so I should have watched Justin. We were like, who goes first? I was like, you can go first, and I meant as a kind gesture. I respect him. You know, talk shows. The big guy goes first. You know how that goes. You know. I mean, the big guy is in the host seat, but then the second biggest guy. So, but then I got psyched out, and you want more Japan jokes?
Yeah, Japan jokes.
Japan, man.
Did you learn how not to drive in Japan?
I don't. I did go into a car on the other side, you know.
Yeah.
As a passenger and sat in the front, and I was terrified.
Yeah.
It was a weird. You ever done that?
Yeah, they're on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah. But even as a passenger.
And they come over to Los Angeles and they maintain that tradition.
Oh, whoa.
There's such bad drivers in L.A. I'm starting to believe that those kamikaze attacks in World War II were just accidents.
What is that?
I'm sure there'll be another revenge thing.
Some non-Japanese guy in your crowd just went, yes, thank you. I can translate those very good. Japan.
He was raised by Grandpa who fought in the Pacific. I trust it.
You want another Japan story?
Yeah, sure.
So then I'll be like, this is not a bit. So then I tricked the crowd into This is actually a 100% true story. I went to Japan in January, and then I was in front of this restaurant in Tokyo, and then I was looking at the menu, and there was this chicken-looking thing, And I wouldn't make sure it was chicken, so I wasn't sure. So this Asian gentleman walked by, and I stopped him. And in perfect Japanese, I said to him, "Excuse me, is this chicken?" I said, "Sumimasen, それは鶏肉ですか?" And this guy was like, he stopped me in perfect English. He goes, "I'm from Hong Kong. I don't speak Spanish." Listen, I think I did a bad job as your guest. And
You were wonderful. Give it up for Taylor Williamson. He was fantastic. You were great. You were great, buddy. Man, you were great. Wow. Thank you all. And don't go away. We'll be right back after this. Let's have a picture together.